Hi, I'm Matthew, and in this video I want to talk about university work placements. And I want to talk to you about this from the point of both an undergrad, so I did a 12-month placement in university for mechanical engineering, but also from the point of view of a mentor, and a mentor of those who've done summer work placements, 12-month placements, and also graduate scheme placements as well. I think it'd be good to start off with some of the negatives to doing placements, because I think they're quite small in comparison to the benefits that you get from them. And I think as well, between summer placements and full-length 12-month placements, there are subtleties, but we'll go through those as I go throughout some of these next points. Probably one of the major cons, certainly for a 12-month placement, is that you might have made friends in the first and second years, and they'll then go on to finish off their degree whilst you stay back, do a university work placement, and then do your final years. Most of the time you'll have one or two friends who will also do a work placement, and so it should be fine. But also you'll make new friends as well. Sounds very cliche, but it's exactly what I found, and actually worked out really nicely. With a summer placement, you lose all your summertime. So I know some people like to go traveling, and that really wouldn't be a possibility if you did a summer work placement during that time. The number one thing for doing a work placement is that you get industry experience, and this probably applies to any kind of degree, any different sector. I'm coming from a mechanical engineering, and it's extremely valuable. You'll learn so much. I was given, say, a week of CATIA training, so the CAD software, thousands probably of pounds. And I learned so much in the design office. So I worked in an aerospace design company, and this was looking at cabin air filtration and helicopter air intakes. Really interesting stuff. Learned a lot on how to design, create proper technical drawings, because I very quickly found out that the technical drawings that I created, which I thought were pretty good, were actually really quite crummy. And the technical drawings that I learned to do or in a professional work environment were far better. It's much better to have 12 months of solid work experience than probably doing 3 or 4 summer placements. So maybe they're at different companies. You don't probably get into enough detail and have enough time exposed in that environment, but summer placements will also have their own merit. So you could try 3 different companies or so, and that would be really useful experience. It gives you an idea of where to guide your career path. The next reason why I think doing a placement is extremely important for most professions is that it will really supercharge your degree. And what I certainly noticed was that I was getting 2 1s or firsts in my first and second years, and then in the third and fourth years when I came back, so I did a master's degree, I ended up being top student for both years. So it really made a step change in improvement, and just all of my work became so much better. Both of these 2 things lead into point number 3, which is that your employability will skyrocket having done placement, which is then supercharge your degree, and you'll get a far, potentially a better degree at the end of it as well. So you might end up with a first with 12 months experience. So it's a really good combination to have. And this is really important because a lot of employers will want some experience. You always see a note saying minimum 2 years experience. How do you get that experience? Well, graduate placements, whether they're summer or undergraduate 12 months, are specifically targeting students basically who want to gain experience. A side point to being more employable and having done these placements is that you'll have greater networking, because you have met people in your office and maybe suppliers that you work with, and they might be ways into a role. Also, they may help you with finding your projects. The final thing to think about, which is I think one of the big benefits of doing a placement, is the fact that you could be in a paid position, and this could be both summer and 12-month placements. So certainly in STEM subjects, so science, technology, engineering and mathematics, I've seen most placements, and more often than not, are actually paid positions, and they're reasonably paid as well. I was paid, and I was on about, I think it was about 16,000. That was about 10 years ago. So it was a reasonable salary to have. So in summary, I'd say that doing a placement for university as an industry placement is extremely worth it. It is really a really good idea. I would strongly recommend anybody to do it. And the negatives are so small compared to the benefits you'll get from doing a placement, certainly for the future. So it's short-term pain for long-term gain. It's so worth it. Thanks everyone. I'll see you in the next video.